What's up, G's? I'm going to talk a little today. Hopefully, not ramble, but the topic is in the title. Women are not held accountable, bro. And it's just the nature. It's how it's always been, probably always will be. But let me tell you something about women male dynamics here. Women get, like, if you're not on your purpose as a man, if you're not thinking on your purpose, okay, you have to kind of know what that is and define it. And that should be like the thing that's driving you and what you're doing all the time. You will get in fights with women, especially like the women you live with, maybe the women you date with, because you're off your purpose, and then they can sense that. And so that's the general theme, and how it manifests will depend, but on the situation and stuff. But like, never argue with a woman, dude. It's completely pointless, because you're trying to convince them, and they're just not into that. They're not into learning, as far as like, I mean, look, this is a generalization, but it's just men and women communicate in different ways. Like, women are trying to have like emotional equilibrium with their man. So like, they're not looking to have like these open-ended philosophical discussions. And so once you start having those and you question things and you get into metaphysics, like, they're just not going to be into it. I mean, that's probably most people. But like, I don't mean to, and I say this on my channel a lot, like, I'm just pointing out the differences between men and women. I'm not pro or anti, or I'm not being negative here. I'm striving to be a realist. And I can see when arguments occur, it's because there's both parties are going for different directions or objectives. But like, women will say some really nasty shit. Like, they'll call you lazy, cheap, stupid, bad with money, especially lazy and shit. Like, they'll say, like, even though you could be slaving away like a dog, and they would still call you like lazy, not enough. I mean, that's obviously a piece of shit person to do that, but like, it's gonna happen to a lot of fellas out there, because you're probably just in the wrong relationship. Like, if you're in the right relationship, that chick, she's gonna be by your side, bro. She's gonna be supporting you with love. She's gonna be acknowledging that you're working so hard, and asking or just offering to help in any way they can. That is how like a healthy relationship communicates. So like, if it's not the right relationship, she's going to be disrespecting you. She's going to be putting your work down. She's going to be like calling you lazy, cheap. She'll literally call you cheap, even though you pay for everything or most things, because again, it's the wrong relationship. So you kind of just gotta, like, if you're arguing a lot with someone, trust me, there's definitely healthy arguing, this is how healthy arguing sounds. I hear what you're saying, and it's an interesting point. Like, it's the way you want to objectify the argument. So you're kind of removing yourself from it. Like, the argument is in front of y'all two. It's not like within. So you're looking at this argument as an object. Again, objectifying it. So you're saying, like, I see your point. That's an interesting way to interpret it or understand it. This is what I would add to that, or this is how I would nuance it. Okay, that's basically how to have a good, healthy discussion. What's up, bro? What's up? So yeah, I mean, if you're arguing a lot, that is a telltale sign, red flag. Unhealthy arguing is just like taking stuff personally, personal low blows. That's just disrespectful shit that you should not tolerate in a relationship, straight up. Because again, like, if that fundamental, you have to, both sides have to esteem the other, right? Like, you have to really value them and want them. So if you're like giving low blows and shit, like, you're just showing that you disrespect them, you don't value them, that you see others as way better. And so it's all just like a red flag of the wrong relationship. But I also want to say, like, yeah, you avoid these arguments by basically staying on your grind, like on your purpose. You'll notice that, I mean, I think it's like probably is an evolutionary thing, and it's a good thing in that sense that, like, when you're off your purpose, like, a chick will, she'll sniff that out and she'll just start acting nasty with you and shit. So I guess it's good to keep you on your toes and stuff, but they're also, like, in the right relationship, they would be much more respectful about it. Like, they would tell, instead of like calling you names or name calling or insulting you, like, they would instead just be like, hey, I noticed, like, you're off your purpose, even if it's like hasn't been long. But they'll say something like that, like, I noticed you've been, like, not on your purpose. What, like, are you gonna get back on that, or what's going on? It's more of like a inquisition as opposed to adversarial way of doing it. So I also, like, I know this video is women aren't held accountable, and that's basically, like, they aren't for the shit that they say. So, like, just get ready, bro. Like, they're gonna say some really nasty shit to you in general. Like, you'll just run across women like that, and, like, there's nothing you can do. Like, okay, what are you gonna do, file a civil lawsuit against them? No. But just realize if it's too much or too often or something like that, it's definitely the wrong relationship. And I think I'll end this video with just, like, always, like, it's kind of sad that I feel like as men, no one understands how lonely, like, shit can be. It's great, obviously, like, we socialize when we need to and all that, but, and I speak for men here, but it's like, no one really has your back, kind of. Like, everyone's a competitor in a sense, like, and that's a shame, because I think probably means you don't have, like, a good, healthy network of people, of good, healthy people. But, like, your best friends, they should be having your back and listening and open-minded to what you think. Your family should be, parents should be, siblings, but these are ideals, right? When you look at reality, it's not exactly how that is. In fact, for a lot of us, the reality is the opposite. Like, your best friends, your parents, your siblings, they might be jealous, they might be envious, putting you down. They may be competing with you passive aggressively. Like, this is just the nature out there. This is called nature of the beast. So life isn't easy. Like, you do kind of have to rely on yourself, and yeah, it's kind of tough. And I think that's why a lot of men out there are like, it's just not easy. So, like, don't be a piece of shit, you know? Like, if you have, if you have children, if you have a best friend, if you have siblings, like, be the beacon of change. Like, be the positive person who's motivating and encouraging. Like, oh, that's great. I see, like, you're trying to pursue this goal. Like, if someone tells you their goal, you should be, like, curious about it and encourage them. Now, sometimes you might think the goal is not the best one for them. It's fine to be opinionated like that as well, but just put it in positive terms, and you'll always be appreciated, respected, and you'll be kept in that person's circle of trust, basically. But just also remember, like, your goals and your journey, like, that's for you. Everyone's gonna have their own, so don't be too judgmental. Like, just because you're not into, I don't know, molecular biology, or you're not into real estate or whatever it is, doesn't mean that person's goal isn't great. So just be a good family member, a good friend, and it will make the difference in your life. Because you also have to give in order to receive that sort of behavior as well. But I think, like, human history, I don't know, we've been probably very, very competitive in that sense, and it's just not good to put people down and shit. All right, peace.